As a speaker, I can tell whether or not your sales organization is going to transform. Hey, it's Iannarino. I'm just back from a couple weeks on the road speaking, doing sales kickoff meetings, and it reminds me of a distinction that I've made from sales organizations that transform and sales organizations that just check the box pretending that they're going to transform. I'm going to give you a couple signs, and this is what I see. If I walk in and I step on stage and I see the executive leadership team and the sales management team walk out of the room and go have another meeting somewhere else, they're not watching the keynote, they're not watching the workshop, then I know with an almost absolute certainty that they are not going to hold their people accountable for what I told them or what anyone else gave them in a workshop. It's not going to happen. Because they're not engaged with the content, that means that their people are going to do two things. One, they're going to see that their leaders aren't engaged in this content. And two, they're going to wait them out. They're going to recognize that this isn't really happening. The second thing that I recognize is that when you speak and you do a good job, people often have you come back the next year. And I've spoken to some organizations 2 and 3 times. And the other thing that you can tell is that if they have a different theme every year, if the theme changes and we're giving somebody something new every single year, they're not really engaged in a transformation. 3 years ago, it was the Challenger sale. Last year was social selling. This year, it's account-based selling, and there's a new theme and there's a new idea every year, and they never go deep, and they never look at it as a roadmap saying, I'm going to give them this capability, and then this capability, and this capability all around this thing, like how to be super consultative, super relational, whatever the case may be. Instead of looking at this as a roadmap and saying people are going to have to progress along this course, they keep changing on them every year. And if they keep changing, then they never execute because the Salesforce one can just wait knowing next year they're going to get something different. And they're not going to be accountable for that over that time. Now, how do you know that a sales organization is going to transform? And I've seen this over the last couple weeks. The leadership team is sitting at the front tables or in the front row. The leadership team is taking notes. The leadership team stays for the workshop. The leadership team asks the hard questions. The leadership team engages their people to respond and to ask questions and to contribute. When you see those things are true, you're getting the sign that somebody's going to be accountable for doing something different after this kickoff meeting. If you really want transformation, it doesn't mean you go from new fad to new fad because a new idea came out. It means that you go deep on what's most important and fundamental. And sometimes what's new is not better than what's right. And you need to do what's right for you and for your organization. Transformation happens and 1 comes before 2 and 2 comes before 3. It's always a progression. I'm Iannarino. Thanks for being here with me on this show every day. Do hit the subscribe button. Look for the banner, thesalesblog.com. Do sign up for the newsletter, and I will see you back here tomorrow.